What is going down, squad? We are back already, fresh off the State of the Franchise episode with Jason Aponte, and we are going straight into a film breakdown. I really wanted to take a look at the 49ers offense against the Rams, obviously in a huge freaking matchup, a game where all the marbles were on the line. The 49ers came out with the victory in an improbable game, and probably which they shouldn't have won, but they did it. And I'm excited to show you some of my favorite plays from the game. We saw a lot of different stuff. If you were on the episode earlier with Jason and I, one of the followers made a pretty awesome observation about a Jeff Wilson wrinkle. That is on the docket for today. We're going to talk about that. We'll show that play, and we'll be able to talk about that a little bit further. But we're going to see there's a lot of fun stuff that we are going to watch. Obviously, the explosive plays from Deebo Samuel, Jawan Jennings, and things like that. It's going to be great, but we're also going to see a lot of other fun stuff, a lot of small nuance that I came away really liking, and I'm excited to get into this. So also as we get into this, you guys know the drill. Sourdough Squad's here in effect. We see all you guys out here in the chat. Like up that video, family. You know the vibes. Can we get to 100 quick? Maybe. But we're going to get this thing started right away. I want to say hello to everyone in the chat. We see the whole squad. I appreciate that. Rage, my boy. We see you guys here in the chat. So there's a lot of fun stuff to take away from that game, and I'm excited to show it to you. We see you out there in Mexico. And absolutely, Trent Williams is going to be available today. We love that. We absolutely love that. We need big old Trent back, and based on the reports that came out not too long ago, is Trent Williams intends to play. And that intends to make me extremely excited. So I'm really happy about that. But let's get into the tape. Let's do all of it. We see the squad. Let's go. Where is DJ? We need him to remind everyone to like. Exactly. He has a very prominent role out here. But, okay, let me get it up here on the screen. Get a cold beverage. If drinking ain't your thing, twist one up. Do whatever you need to do. But we're just going to vibe. We're going to watch 49ers film. Again, we're going to watch the offense. And we're just going to watch some plays that I came away really liking. And I want to start with the body bag play. Let's start with the body bag play. Like, why not? Like, obviously, there was a thing going around, apparently the Rams locker room where George Kittle said this was a body bag game. And he meant it in the sense of, for both teams, it's a body bag game. Like, and it was a slug out, just drag out brawl to see who was going to win. But apparently the Rams didn't like that, or they used it as bulletin board material, and the body bag game became a thing. And I guess when the 49ers were down, they were chirping Kittle. They were chirping Kittle about the body bag game. Oh, what a body bag game this is. You guys are down 17-0. Look at our head coach. He's running in the end zone. Oh yeah. I'll show you a body bag clip right here. I'm going to show you a body bag clip here by George Kittle. Let me make sure I got it queued up properly. I want to show you the body bag Kittle on this one. We're going to start with body bag Kittle. All right. That's where we're starting. We got George Kittle right here out wide to the left. You have use check Deebo Samuel. This is a bubble screen. But it's a body bag bubble screen. And I'm going to show you why. Watch George Kittle. Watch number 85. Watch this man right here. Watch him go to work. Watch this man. Bodied. Oh, my goodness. Pray for that man. George, my boy. That guy is a family. This guy is a family. I know you said body bags like in the figurative sense, but literally, George demolished this dude. And then you get Debo Samuel's physicality after the run, getting it all downfield, following his blockers, getting behind those guys, and then just dragging dudes. Dragged 33 for about 20 yards. Dragged 33 for about 20 yards, but let's take another look at George Kittle. Again, you get Big George right here, number 85, stacking bodies. Watch him stack another body. Boom! Yeah, you want to chirp George Kittle about body bags? He'll put you in one. Go ahead. Go ahead, chirp George Kittle about a body bag game. He will put you in one. So I just want to start with that. I thought it was fun. Thought it was fun to watch George Kittle just demolish this guy. Absolutely flat backed him. Had him doing tumble rolls. George just looks at him because he's a savage. Look at Alex Mack blocking all the way downfield. Yeah, absolutely love to see it. Absolutely. That's what we hope for. We got to draw a couple of those up for Micah Parsons and truly welcome the rookie to the NFL. I would love to see that. But we're going to kind of work our way backwards, I guess, because I think I did want to start kind of towards the end, and then we'll work our way back and kind of, just get a feel for what these guys are doing, what they're trying to accomplish, some of the things that they were successful in, and some, that they weren't as successful in. But let's start with the drive down to tie it. Let's start with this deep slant to Brandon Ayuk. And then we're going to kind of watch them drive down the field and put the team in position to tie the game on a really, really big touchdown. But here we go. This by Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, Jimmy, we understand he had a pretty legendary game, but these throws like this underneath the circumstances, God, we needed it. Like, we needed it. We needed a score here. We need the 49ers to drive down the field, and he finds the correct read. You can see all the attention that goes towards Debo Samuel and all those kinds of things. They kind of just let Brandon Ayuk get open and find the soft spot. Perfect lane to throw the football into. Jimmy Garoppolo finds Brandon Ayuk, and Ayuk is able to get a couple yards after the catch. Really, really like it. But then coming up after this, we have the play to Debo Samuel, where, I think in an ideal situation – I'm sorry, not this one. It is the next, I believe. In an ideal situation, you hit Debo Samuel over the top right here. Like, let's watch this play develop. You got Debo Samuel on the outside, and oh my goodness, Jalen bit so hard. Look at how hard Jalen bites on this little underneath combo route, and he doesn't know what to do. He actually goes to bite down on George Kittle, which leaves Debo Samuel wide open. Now, typically, you want to see your quarterback throw the ball into about this pocket over here so that the wide receiver can catch it in stride and run upfield, score a touchdown. But obviously, I think one of the things that we noticed with Jimmy Garoppolo is, the velocity. Like, he was whipping some throws. Like, let's keep that up, an honest assessment. He was whipping some throws. But when it comes to these types of throws, they tend to die on him a little bit. And, like I said, if in this situation, I want to hit my guy in stride upfield based on this relationship of these DBs. But they were on the same page. He throws a back shoulder, essentially. Debo's able to adjust and then just does what he does. Yards after catch after this. And it was pretty fun to watch. This was a huge play, obviously. You got great blocking up front. Great pocket by the offensive line. It's a really solid job. And, of course, Debo Samuel just does the rest. Let's take a look at the blocking. They're only rushing 4. They keep JaMychal Hasty in, but you still have one-on-one situation on the right side, and they both handle it very well. Tom Compton is able to get Leonard Floyd and flush him out the pocket. Same thing with Daniel Brunskill. He's able to get his guy and crash him down. So you really like it. You really like to see it from everyone on this. Um, but what it turns into is obviously a situation that was huge for the San Francisco 49ers. And for this play, what do we got on this one? That's not what I want. I want the scoring touchdown. Okay, so Jason and I talked about this particular play on the live earlier, but let's just again show how impactful number 19 is and what it does to the defense when you just put him in motion. So they're going to bring Deebo Samuel in motion. Okay, look at the alert in which it takes over. Watch this guy playing on the line of scrimmage, and watch Taylor Rapp. Watch both of these two guys and their concern level for Deebo Samuel, who's essentially just his job is to manipulate the defense. His job, Deebo Samuel, right here, is literally to get these two guys' attention, to get them away from their actual responsibilities, because they're so afraid of getting beat by Deebo Samuel. Anytime Deebo's on the move, look at instantly two guys flash over to that area. Deebo's not even running a route. He's straight up jogging. Like he's like, I'm chilling. I'm not doing nothing. And he still takes two guys. And then you are able to see how these two safeties play Brandon Ayuk. This guy, number 11, you can see him pointing, trying to pass off and indicate, hey, you got to pick up Brandon on this kind of in-breaking route. But again, that leaves Jawan Jennings wide open and unaccounted for a walk-in touchdown. It was really nice. It's just, again, another example of how impactful number 19 is for the San Francisco 49ers, that he doesn't even have to be doing anything on that specific play, and he is able to basically cause the defense to be all over the place and lose sight of their assignments. It was awesome. It was really, really good. So obviously the 49ers were able to tie it there. They were able to come down and do a couple things later on. Obviously, they had to move into overtime at this point and then be able to get the ball into scoring position. But I want to show 34-47. So Elijah Mitchell, man, he played so damn good. He played so good. And again, watch Elijah, just the ability to make guys miss. Obviously being able to hit the corner, make a guy miss right here, cut inside, and again, continue to get the hard yards after contact. It's just really fun to watch. But one of the things that I want to watch right here, let's watch Big Tom Compton. Watch Big Tom Compton send this dude. Tom Compton's the best right tackle in football right now, and I did not have that on my 2021 bingo card. But look at Tom Compton, man. Look at him get his – first of all, he gives a nice little helping hand to Brunskill. Brunskill, oh, look, Brunskill, it's your son, Aaron Donald. Go do daddy son things with Aaron Donald. He does. But again, it all starts with this nice little push by Tom. Allows Brunskill to get his head across Aaron. So this is clutch when you're trying to reach block an outside shaded defensive tackle. This is a hard block. This is one of the hardest blocks in football. This is one of the hardest plays in football. When you have Aaron Donald on an outside shade and you're running to the side that he's shaded, that's difficult. And yet there's Brunskill. Look at him. Like it's like Donald gives up. It's like he doesn't want any part of that. Like he knows Brunskill got the angle on him. He knows he's got position on him. He's got leverage on him. And here's Brunskill getting the reach. AD just it's crazy. Brunskill owns this man. And it's beautiful to watch. But again, what you get here is a nice little combo. It's really small combo, but this hand by Compton is enough to help Brunskill stay in proper leverage. As you can see, this is the guy that you're worried about blowing up this play with interior pressure, Aaron Donald. And of course, not only is it Aaron Donald, but that three tech in regards to any, it doesn't matter who it is, the three tech is the one that can disrupt this play the fastest. And if you get pressure and you're not able to reach that outside shaded defensive tackle as a guard, you have an opportunity to mess up the entire play. And so it's a big block. And for Aaron Donald to be the guy in that spot, and again going against Brunskill, you'll love to see it. Again, great cut here by Elijah. You get you get Tom Compton pancaking number 51, having him with little Squidward legs, like legs going all over the place, looking like an octopus or something. I don't even know. But I love it. Just get him out of sorts. Get him out of sorts, Big Tom. It's really nice. Really liked it a lot. Elijah Mitchell, man, has done a ton. Here we got on the backside, big old Lakin throwing his body on people. Again, really nice by Mac to kind of dig this out and get across his face to allow his flow to the second level. Obviously, safety cuts under. We don't mind that. But I love Lakin getting his body on him. Gotta love it. It's a fun play. I like this. I like this a lot. This play by Jawan Jennings, I think Jawan Jennings had a lot of really good plays, but I like this play specifically from Jawan Jennings. This one was just like pure effort. Just pure effort, want to, will to, get out there, get after the catch, get yards after the catch. Obviously, look at George Kittle picking up blocks. You got Juice trying to come down there and get some extra help. But, I mean, to break that tackle and get an extra 15, 20 yards out of that, dude, Jawan Jennings, man. Jawan Jennings having hell of a game, hell of a year. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch. Watch his kind of progression and all that stuff throughout. Let's watch some more Elijah Mitchell. But obviously, the 49ers were able to drive down, kick a field goal, and win the game. But that's kind of how they did it. They hit it with some deep slants. They kept giving Elijah Mitchell opportunities to run the football, and they're doing okay. They were doing okay, and they're able to win the game. But let's now look at some of the, more smaller nuances of the game that we liked. I think it was hard to pick. It was hard to pick my favorite Elijah Mitchell run. It was hard. This might be one of them, but he ran so well. I mean, look at that. It's like butter. It's like butter. Look at Elijah. Cut it back inside. Oh, and then make the cut there at the end, too, to make both these guys. Ooh. Elijah Mitchell has been coming along so well for the San Francisco 49ers. It's really been a lot of fun to watch. Here's another angle. You get a better idea of the cutback and the awareness that he has to, have an eye on this hole, but understanding he's got to get to a certain spot first, and then understanding the leverage of his blockers in front of him to be able to just cut by number 51. Just ran straight past him. Like, this is what happens when you get over pursue. Obviously, look at where they're keyed on. They're keyed on the outside. They don't want – this is an outside zone. They don't want this to bang on the outside. They don't want him to, get outside of the edge contain with 54, and then you got 11 for help, 51's flowing. This is why you need to be able to cut back. This is why you need to be able to cut back as a zone runner. Running to a spot means nothing in the zone scheme because you have to be able to do this stuff. It might be designed to go to the outside, but he cuts this back right off the left tackle and Colton McKivitz and is able to get a really positive gain. And again, it's just more indication of the growth of Elijah Mitchell and how he is developing as a runner, because there were so many times this year where he would have just kept pushing this to the outside. He probably would have just kept pushing this to the outside and just ran into, the back of some other guys. This is part of the maturation process of the last 2 weeks in a row. It's been one of my favorite developments here of the year because you could see the potential that Elijah Mitchell has, but you could still see that he was leaving yards on the field just by the way he was hitting holes, the way he was doing certain things. But again, this is another example of just the unrelenting will to stay up. Like this right here is just nothing more than pure Elijah Mitchell. Like let's face it, Colton got kind of whooped here. It does kind of have the feeling of it being a potential cutback like mid zone, but you can see with where Juice is going, the way Kittle's blocking here, they really are trying to get the ball, I think, into this gap over here. But it just doesn't work out. Colton has to get his head across. He's got to make sure that number 94 gets no penetration. 94 gets penetration right away. But look at what Elijah Mitchell does. He turns a loss. He turns a loss into a gain about 4 yards, and that's all on Elijah. That's all Elijah, dude, and that's really cool to see. Again, this dude's a rookie. This kid's a rookie. It's been a lot of fun, man. It's been a lot of fun. Let's watch some Galaxy Brain touchdowns. So that's what my notes say. My notes say Galaxy Brain touchdown. So this is what one of the followers or viewers brought up other live that we were doing. One of the things that I noticed as well is that whenever they're in this formation with Jeff Wilson in, they only use him so far as a lead blocker. So watch Jeff. See, he's kind of being used as a lead blocker. They put him in motion. We're gonna pull other instances of them doing the same formation and doing the same concept, but how they have wrinkles off of it. And I think this was one of the wrinkles off of it. One of the things that he was talking about is like, well, I think Jeff Wilson being like this fullback player, it's actually a wrinkle that could lead to something else. Well, here's one of those wrinkles. This is a wrinkle off that concept. Again, it's Jeff Wilson in this hole. They typically pull Jeff. They pull sometimes Lakin. They make it look like it's going to be a run. It's a handoff, but it's really a setup for Deebo Samuel to hit Jawan Jennings for a touchdown in the end zone. So again, one of the things that was brought up on that live was this wrinkle of Jeff Wilson. And this is how they use him now. Really, like Jeff Wilson doesn't get a ton of carries in this offense anymore with Elijah Mitchell back, but this is how they do it. And I'll show you another example. I believe this is it. 7:15. So do we got Jeff Wilson on the field here? Yep, look. Jeff Wilson. Look where Jeff Wilson's lined up. Deebo Samuel's in the backfield. So this is a wrinkle that they do all the time. So when you see Jeff Wilson on the field, he's not lining up as a running back. He's lining up flanked outside the tight end. And then Deebo Samuel lines up into the backfield. So I think part of the reason why they do this is for matchups. They want an extra linebacker they want more people in the box for these types of plays because, again, you can now be all kinds of galaxy brain with how you operate this. And so this is how we typically see Jeff Wilson used in these formations. They drag him across the formation and they use him as a lead blocker. We just saw the touchdown and the wrinkle off of it, and it was Debo. It was essentially the same play, except it was more of an outside handoff. Jimmy turned full 180, and Debo went out here, threw a touchdown. But again, these are the wrinkles. This is something they do with consistency. And like I said, one of the followers brought it up, and it was definitely something that I wanted to talk about today, because this is what we see when Jeff Wilson is in. They use him like a fullback, and then they do all different kinds of crazy crap off of it. Again, they scored the touchdown from Debo Samuel with the throw to Juwan Jennings on this same formation, same wrinkle, and all that good stuff. But you can see this is just Debo Samuel being an absolutely savage runner. Like, Debo's such a good runner, man. He's so violent. Like, when it comes to hitting the hole and making a decision on where he wants to go and then going, like, he's different. He's crazy. I love it. 1456. It says amazing block leads to touchdown. Amazing blocking leads to Debo touchdown. So what is this specific touchdown? Okay. So we got Jermichael Hasty, Debo Samuel. They put Jermichael Hasty in motion twice. Oh, I love this play. Let's just watch it. Let's watch it in its beauty. And then we'll break it down. Oh, Debo is so electric, man. Debo is so damn electric. You really love to see it. But let's watch some more. Oh, the blocking. The blocking here, it's really beautiful. It really is. Kittle right here. Again, we put an emphasis. Oh, like Kittle, like, oh, he only got 3 catches. Oh, okay. Watch this block. Watch number 85. Watch number 85 seal this off. And this isn't who he's supposed to block either. He's not supposed to block this guy, but it's how it worked out. Without this block from George Kittle, without the heads-up play, to be able to, understand his responsibility on 91, again, he's trying to block 54. This is who Kittle really does have. Right here, Alex Mack, you see he has an outside shade. So when you have an outside shade, you work real hard to get on the other side. So it does become counterproductive when the D lineman slants inside. When a D lineman slants inside and I'm stepping hard out to the right, it puts offensive linemen in a huge bind because you can see how hard he's selling to get that reach block and get across his body. But when he's already giving you that and it's fighting essentially against the grain of what you're trying to do, it puts you out of position. So it's not really at fault to Alex Mack. It's just one of those things where it's like, again, the slant inside with him stepping to the outside, you see the separation that it creates. It creates an issue. And it creates a situation where Debo's like, oh, crap, I'm about to get tackled in the backfield. But no, heads up play by George Kittle, pulling down the line. Like I said, he's got 54. That's who he wants. He's kicking out 54. But 91 comes through with instant penetration, says nope, is able to get this beautiful block, puts him on his butt. You get these 2 blocks from Daniel Brunskill, Tom Compton. I love this because they're responsible for these 2 guys, but you can see how far out they are. So they do a great job of keying on this defensive end. Tom Compton does a phenomenal job of peeling off, allowing Brunskill to take over, picks up Vaughn, and look at the natural wall that it creates. And it all starts with here with Kittle and with these 2 guys. Look at that hole that it creates. And then on top of that, you get Juwan Jennings. That little hit on 22 allows Debo to just burst, and then Debo does the rest. Like 11 had no shot. Like good job 11. 11 was so concerned for the stiff arm that he didn't try to tackle him. He was so concerned about getting stiff armed that he didn't tackle him. And Debo just ran straight around him. It's freaking beautiful. And not only that, but let's enjoy the backside pancake on Aaron Donald. All right, I'm saving that for the last. Here's Aaron Donald. Watch him end up on the turf with Laken Tomlinson on top of him. I love this stuff, man. Like this makes me happy. This stuff is good. This is great. Aaron Donald right here. Laken Tomlinson, Colton McKivitz working in tandem. It's actually Colton McKivitz. I'm going to give Colton McKivitz a lot of the credit here for getting Aaron Donald on the ground. So see that hit? Ooh, watch this. Colton, get him on the ground, boy. Let's go. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Bang his ass to the ground. That's who? AD? Who? Who's that? I don't know. I just see a fool with his face on the ground and Laken Tomlinson jumping on top of him. I freaking love it. I freaking love it, man. Pop him. Like, so again, AD's worried about being in phase with Lincoln. Look at Colton just come in with the shoulder. Look at Aaron Donald crawling on his hands and knees. And then Big Lake saying, get your ass back on the ground, little boy. Did Brunskill say you could get back up? I don't think Brunskill said you could get back up. So we're going to keep you on the ground. I love it, dude. This plays everyone working together. Scheme. Again, it wasn't perfect. This wasn't supposed to happen. But this is why we pay George Kittle millions of dollars to play tight end and sometimes only get 3 receptions in a game. That's why. That's all the difference in the world. That is all the difference in the world right there. Love this play. Love this play. Really do. Let's see. Where's some more fun stuff? Did we watch this already? I see Compton Pancake. I'm open for Compton Pancakes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like this one. Watch. So Compton technically pancaked Juice and the defender. But he rocked his ass. Like, look at Compton, man. Again, we've watched this similar concept on another play where it is going to be outside zone. Same technique. You have outside shaded Aaron Donald in the 3 tech. This is a hard block. This is a hard block. All right, whatever. Dude, what is going on with my StreamYard right now? Sorry. Again, what we were talking about, same concepts. Brunskill's got to reach this. This is one of the harder plays in football, to be able to reach Aaron Donald in outside shade. And again, he gets to do it. It's great teamwork. This is the teamwork. Again, the punch by Compton is crucial to allow Brunskill to get the position that he needs. And then look at Tom launch 51 and Juice popped his ass. That you see the pop. Watch 51 get like airborne. Like Compton hits him like that's nice. That's freaking nice. I like that. Come on, Tommy. You taking out Juice? Friendly fire? I'll take it. Hey, I'll take friendly fire. If you hitting dudes like that, I'll take friendly fire all day. I'll take it all day. I absolutely love it. I love seeing bodies on the ground. Absolutely love it. It's a good call by Elijah Mitchell, too, to cut it inside. Because you can see right here, we talked about why it's so good to have George Kittle blocking on the outside. Okay, Charlie Warner's been good. But, unfortunately on this particular play, he fell off the block right away. And which meant, Leonard Floyd was in position to make a tackle on an outside run. Elijah Mitchell cuts it inside and is able to get it done. He's able to get it done. Really like it. Really, really like it. 1621. Ooh, I think this was a good Brunskill block. 1621. Brunny. Oh, yeah, I like this one. I like this one from Brunny. Say what you want. A lot of haters out there on these Twitter streets that think they think Brunskill is not any good, and they love to slander my guy. But this Brunskill has made millions of dollars this year. I want to be very clear. Daniel Brunskill has made millions of dollars this year. This dude pays $800K right now. He's probably one of the lowest paid. I think he is the lowest paid starter on the 49ers, but he's one of the lowest paid 49ers on the entire team. Let me say that again. He's one of the lowest paid 49ers on the entire team. This man has earned millions with his play this year. And this play is a great example of that. Great example of that. To be able to have to get, again, he's got to dig this out. This is not an easy block. To be able to beat whoever this is, 91 across his face, and then dig his ass out like that. Look at that. To dig his ass out like that. Like, this man, don't get it twisted, has earned himself a millions of dollars. He will be a starter in this league next year. Might not be with the 49ers. But he will be a starter and he will get paid. And he deserves it. And for plays like this, because this is a Brunskill play. Like, Lakin's got to get this block. You got to get Mac to second level, and you have to dig this out. Like, this is a hard block. You get penetration right here, this play's done. It's over. Go on to the next. But it's not, because Brunskill's able to dig it out, and then good job by Elijah Mitchell to kind of take his time a little bit. I think he had a little stumble, but a nice recovery, and then whatever, just get in the hole. Get in where you fit in. I just really like this play from Daniel Brunskill. I think it kind of shows again that he's good. He might not be great, but he is a very serviceable starting offensive lineman in this league, and that's saying a lot for a guy who played tight end and went to the AAF and is now in a situation where he's going to be able to make millions of dollars on this next contract. I love that stuff, man. I love that stuff. Here is a play where Jimmy's got some stones on him. He's going to get Aaron Donald on a loop. This is just a really good stunt by the Rams. You'll see here, 91 does a good job of getting Alex Mack turned. You can see how hard he's fighting to get Alex Mack engaged. Again, it's a good stunt. I like the angle in which Aaron Donald takes. It's just really good stunt. It's a really good stunt. You got Mack biting hard on this 91. You kind of want him to keep his eyes up to be like looking for the stunt to come underneath, but it doesn't happen. And that happens sometimes. As you can see, Lakin isn't able to get across. It's supposed to be a switch. You want Alex Mack to pick up the looper in Aaron Donald, and you want to be able to pass off 91 to Lakin, but we understand it doesn't always work out that way. But I like this by Jimmy, man. Like, look at that. Aaron Donald is completely wrapped around this man's body right now. He's completely wrapped around this man's body and was able to get it off. Accurate. Wasn't a desperation throw. Like, he got this thing off, man. He got rocked. Pop. Like, look at that. Dude's getting bear hugged by Aaron Donald mid-throw. Mr. Broken Thumb on his throwing hand. Like, this is... Jimmy Garoppolo did some stuff this game, man. Like, we saw some of the typical, some things that people don't like from Jimmy Garoppolo, but there's a lot of good from Jimmy Garoppolo, and this was one of them. To be able to get rocked like that, love it, love it. Um, let's see. Jumping all over the place now. This is a play design that I really like. Again, it's the ingenuity of this offense. For whatever reason, there's a certain subset of people on YouTube that love to talk crap about Mike McDaniel. I don't know why, but I just want to show like this is Mike McDaniel right here. Like this is what he does. He's a run game coordinator. He is a master of manipulating leverage in the run game, making things look one way and they're actually another. This is a designed to look like a pitch to the outside. Now, typically on a pitch to the outside, you're not getting these types of leverage blocks from McKivitz or Kittle. They're in fact trying to get their head on the opposite side. They're trying to bring hips around and they're trying to reach block. So that's in a typical pitch, you would be getting those guys reach blocking. They're not reach blocking because it's not an outside run. It's an inside run. And again, what they're trying to do here is they're trying to manipulate all these linebackers. They want all these guys to flow over the top and get in position. You see that? You see what this does. The threat of pitch, when in fact it's an inside run. Like this, that's right off Alex Mack's hip. That's considered the A gap. So this is designed to look like it's an outside run. And how many times do we see a motion coming across the formation? They turn into a puller for an outside run. Look at that. Getting the entire defense flowing one way, and then you cut back against the grain. Like, it's beautiful. Like, the design specifically here is beautiful. I really like it. Again, it's supposed to look like a pitch for a reason, but it's not. And great job by Alex Mack here to be able to dig his guy out. Good block from Juice to be able to come back across the grain, get Floyd. If we can get a better block from Tom Compton here, and maybe probably a better block from Brunskill here, like we're talking one potential missed tackle, and it could be a potential house call. But I like the design. I really like the design. It's really nice. I love it because now when you see a motion like this and where they're all selling out tough, they might not sell out as hard anymore, but then that puts the 49ers yet again in good position if they are in fact running an outside pitch. So this is where now you start getting these guys like on defense, like, oh, crap, is this going to be outside run? This is going to be inside run. What leverage am I going to play? Am I going to see them completely move? Like, it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. And this is the game within the game between the offensive coordinator. We're going to see Kyle Shanahan versus Dan Quinn. How these guys scheme it up. I think that's going to be one of the most exciting things to watch is how, from a design perspective, they're going to manipulate each other. And I think we're in for a show. 1308. What's this? I think it's Ayuk. Ayuk was balling, man. Ayuk was balling. I think this is the one. He had a little bit of extracurricular at the end. But someone asked, on the previous live that I was doing with Jason Aponte before this, did Jimmy Garoppolo look like he had more zip on the ball? Watch this throw. Like, I feel like in all the Jimmy Garoppolo football I've watched, like this thing, like I was expecting it to kind of die, I think about like right here. but that thing just kept going on a rope. And this is actually a play that I noted, like where the velocity on the ball, and again, you look at the way he's operating the pocket, he's kind of, trying to fade a little bit from this little bit of pressure here. And you can see the way he throws, he's kind of on an angle a little bit, and the way he props up on that foot. But the velocity in which the ball comes out, like that was on him. I don't know, man. Like that was like I thought that was a nice throw. Like just the way it came out his hand, the like that's on a rope. Like, what the hell? Hey, keep that hand taped up more often. I don't know what's going on, but that ball came out and it was on him. What is that? That's a 10, 20, 25, call it 26, 27, 28 based on the angle. Like, hell, I like that. That's on a rope. I'll take that. One of my favorite things about this one, good look at BA, man. BA got a swag bag. I think that's one of the things that makes me so happy about this year is that we saw Brandon Ayuk completely lose his swagger. Like his mentality, his vibe was so just shot this year, earlier in the year, and we understand why. He was in the doghouse. He probably wasn't doing what he should have been doing. I think he had a little bit different expectation for what he was, and it didn't match with what the coaches wanted. But this little swag right here, I love this, dude. The little, just like, you get up, you make the big play. He knows 32's right in front of him. He could be a nice, swell lad and sidestep 32. I'm not trying to hit you 32. I'm a nice gentleman. Nah, I'm a dog, bruh. And so small. It's so little. But that just little, the decision that he made, unconscious or conscious, doesn't matter. Just that little, look at 32. Oh, don't touch me, bruh. Bruh, get off me, bruh. I love it. It's so small. It's so tiny. But it's just like, I'm here, bruh. Like, I'm here. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? I'm going to tap you just a little bit right in front of the ref. Ref can't do nothing about that. I love it. Let's go, Ayuk. We're going to need Ayuk, man. We are going to need Ayuk. Here's some more Ayuk. Ayuk was in his bag, especially on some of these slants. Good on Jimmy for putting this thing right on Brandon again. This is a little bit deeper in breaking route than like he's really good at hitting around like 10 yards, but we're drifting this. It's about air yards all said and done is almost 20. It's around there, but like again, the zip on the ball, the way it comes out, and it's on him. Like any slower, that's a pass breakup. Any slower, if he puts it a little bit further out in front, potential pick. So this ball really has to be put on Brandon Ayuk on a rope, and he does it. And then Brandon Ayuk makes a tough catch. I like it, man. I really do. I like it a lot. And if we can get more of that from those guys, I'll take it. Offensive line up front. You got Colt McKivitz here on the outside, and he does a good job. I don't love his technique. Like his feet, to me, like I don't. He's not a natural tackle. Like clearly, like if I'm an offensive line coach and you're one of my guys, like we are spending a lot of time on this situation, but we also understand Colton McKivitz isn't really a prototypical left tackle. He's actually a guard stepping in for Trent Williams and actually doing a pretty good job. He's able to anchor. You can see contacts created. He's able to kick the hips out, create the leverage, anchor. He actually steps on Jimmy, it looks like. Ouch. Ooh, ouch. That hurts. But hopefully with Trent Williams coming back, we're going to be able to keep Jimmy a little bit more clean than that. But you can see across the board, everyone does a pretty damn good job. Tom Compton even does a pretty good job. He even gets Floyd on the ground. A little slip, but hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Offensive line did a really good job this game. Considering the circumstances, what they were up against, what they had to do, some of the guys that they had to block, it's a pretty damn good job. It's a pretty damn good job by the offensive line up front. I think even here on this play, what do we get from this play? I got great pass blocking rep, Compton and Brunny versus Donald. Yes. Okay. So one of the things that we indicated early and often, with the concern of losing Mike McGlinchey at right tackle, was even with Tom Compton, they had a little bit difficulty working in tandem in pass blocking. But what we've seen over the last couple weeks is Brunskill and Compton's working relationship together, especially when it comes to needing to pass off stunts or things like that. They've gotten really good. And so in this particular instance, you have Aaron Donald, who's basically, outside shade of Tom Compton and running straight at Compton because he wants Compton to bite on Donald. He wants Compton to see where Compton's eyes are. They're constantly on Von Miller. Like, can you imagine having arguably the best player in the NFL on you and you have to not look at him, but he's running at your face? Like, that's what Tom Compton has to do here, is he has to keep his eyes on Miller and ensure he keeps working to the outside, and then he has to have faith and confidence that when he leaves Donald, Brunskill will be there to pick him up and take over the block so that Compton can then shift to Miller and kick him outside the pocket. Like, it clearly looks like it's nothing crazy, but again, it's what it means to work in tandem as an offensive lineman. Like, you have to work as a group. It's a unit. It is not singular. You have to all work together. And so when you're not on the same page, very similar to what happened with Jalen Moore when he came in at right tackle. Him and Brunskill just weren't on the same page. They could not figure it out, and that's why Compton came in and has never given up the spot since then. But this is just more stuff that I really like. Just really, really like it. I like it too. You get Alex Mack. He kind of whiffs here. They're sliding protection to their right. 91 does a good job of kind of doing a little hand swipe, but Mack's able to come back, take care of business, get him on the ground. So, like it. I like it a lot. Good stuff. 128. What's this? 128. Is that the same one? What's this? Why did I like this? Great pass. Oh. I wanted to basically highlight Tom Compton on this particular play, putting Tom Compton on an island. Admittedly, Tom Compton, when it comes to pass protection, it's kind of his Achilles heel, like this, like being on an island. Again, you have Daniel Brunskill manned up with the defensive tackle. So Tom Compton has no help to the inside or the outside, and he knows that going into this. And he's got Von Miller, one of the best pass rushers that we've seen in this league in the last decade. And you're on an island, and I like his ability here. Again, we've seen other instances where he does kind of sometimes get flat backed, but again, I like the ability, keep his feet chopped. He doesn't really get out of sorts, doesn't lunge, doesn't lose his balance, just waits. Miller tries to hit him with like that forklift move where, again, you're trying to create leverage as a defensive end. You're trying to get these guys off balance, and then typically you counter with either a rip or a swim. to get off this, but Tom Compton does a really good job of not letting him get off and work his hands. You can even see, I don't know which one grabbed the hand, but it does kind of feel like Tom Compton grabbed his hand, and that actually kind of stopped Miller from working any type of counter move. Like I said, they like to do a lot of club, rip, all kinds, anything they can do to get off that and basically use that slingshot to grab his chest plate, pull Compton down, slingshot your momentum around him. Tom Compton wasn't having it. So I thought it was worth uh, looking at. Everyone else did a really good job in pass protection. Colton McKivit's doing his job. These two guys working Donald. Donald, man, I like this by Donald. This is a little push-pull action. So what they call a push-pull, you try to get all the strength pushing against the offensive lineman. You want the offensive lineman to push back against you so that when you pull, it's very easy to get them out the way. So as you can see here, this is just a very simple, it's like a push-pull concept. He incorporates a swim move over the top. But again, this is why Alex Mack has been such a revelation for the 49ers at center. It's right there. But look at Aaron Donald's strength, though. I'll tip the cap to Aaron Donald a little bit with the strength. Watch him just completely shove Mack. Mack's a big guy. Like he's a thick boy. And Donald just said, "Get off me." I love it. It's good stuff. Good stuff by the guys up front. Let's see, 7-10. What is this? I like this catch by Jawan Jennings. You got Jawan Jennings working over the middle. Again, Jimmy putting it on him. Then you get a little bit of some of that energy, the tenacity that comes after the fact with Jawan Jennings, what he's been able to show. In really his first year, obviously it's a second year, but he really did not play at all in his rookie year after dealing with injuries. So Jawan Jennings has been quite the pleasant surprise this year. Really like it. Really, really like it. Let's watch Debo rock Jalen Ramsey. This one I like because Jalen Ramsey thought he did something here. Let me move this out the way. Jalen Ramsey really felt like he did something. Here you got Jalen Ramsey. Now he should have done something. He had like a 10-yard sprint into this. Debo Samuel is reading blocks. You see him kind of adjust his angle, bounce it out, and then cut up and look, there's Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey should have cleaned this dude's clock. Look at Debo, man. Get the hell off me, bro. Like, what? Boop. Like, you don't want none of this smoke. Boop. Sorry, Ramsey. You got popped, bro. Boop. Easy. And look at Ramsey, man. He thought he did something. Look at the way he gets up. Oh. Like, man, you just got rocked. You had a full head of steam. And this dude's out here trying to bounce it out. You got the angle on him. You have everything. You just get thrown to the turf, dude. Look at, like, this is not good, Ramsey. Like, you got popped. Like, okay, good job. Good job for being in position. Yes, you did help stop the play. But, like, the way he got up was like he rocked someone. In fact, like, you got rocked, my boy. Like, straight up. Look, his body. Look at that. Go. Y'all want to see a dead body? And he gets up talking all kinds of mess. Look at that. In the face, like, oh, yeah, I got you, boy. Look at, he's like, whose man's is this? Debo's like, didn't I just rock you? Like, Debo looks genuinely confused by the reaction. He's like, wait a second. Didn't I just flatten you? Pop. I love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. What other stuff do we want to watch? Uh, all right, I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show this. It's not necessarily doesn't paint us in the positive light, the most positive light, but I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. I want to show it. It's the only. It's this is the only play in which Aaron Donald got Daniel Brunskill this game. Again, Daniel Brunskill owns this guy. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Daniel Brunskill is like Aaron Donald's kryptonite. However, this is it. This one, yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, this made me bust out laughing out loud because I feel like this hit from Aaron Donald. I could feel like it's almost like he was responding to all of us who have like literally not let him hear the end of Daddy Brunskill and the ownage of Brunskill over Aaron Donald on social media for the last 2 years. It felt like all that energy that we've thrown at Aaron Donald, he like he threw it back at Brunskill when he noticed it was Brunskill. Watch it again. It's just hilarious. I just think it's freaking funny. Watch like it doesn't make Brunskill look great, but I love how upset Donald gets. Like Brunskill's just putting his arm on him. Like he's not actually trying to block him. It's more of just like, hey, I'm here. But look at Donald when he realizes it's Brunskill. Like he knows the play's over, and it's like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, it's Brunskill. Oh, it's you. I thought this was hilarious. I laughed so hard when I saw this because, like I said, Brunskill wasn't really trying to block him. He's just putting his body in between his and look at dude. He gets so angry. Aaron Donald gets so angry. Get out of here! You're not my dad. I don't care what all those social media pages say. You're not my dad. Screw you. Like that's what it felt like. Like he noticed like he's just doing his thing. He's like, "Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you." I just thought it was so funny. I know Brunskill ends up on the ground, but literally this is the only play where like Donald actually did something on Brunskill. But it feels like I feel the energy. I feel like he's trying to do that to me too. Like we've made Brunskill's life a living or not Brunskill. Aaron Donald's life a living hell as a 49er fan base when it comes to saying like Aaron Donald now has two fathers and they're both San Francisco 49ers. It's Debo Samuel and Daniel Brunskill, and he's heard it for 2 years straight. And that's why I think this is hilarious. Again, I feel like it's a sense of awareness, like, oh, it's you. And then I'm going to shove the crap out of you. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was so funny to me because I know ADC's all that. I know ADC, dude. He gets tagged in all my comments. Oh, Daddy Brunskill, like, oh my gosh, I thought it was so good. I thought it was worth showing. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, am I gonna do it to him too? I don't want to. I kind of want to, but I don't want to. Yes, sir. Got to resign Daddy Brunskill. I hope we do. I hope we do. Um, but we'll see. Like I said, I think he's going to make money. I think other teams are going to look at him at Brunskill, and they're going to be like, especially if they run zone schemes, they're going to be like, yeah, we can go to work with that guy. He definitely deserves starting money. Um, yeah, I think that covers most of it. I'm going to show one more fun one. Again, it doesn't paint us in the most beautiful light, but based on the overall body of work, I apologize if I missed your super chat. That tends to happen. Didn't do it on purpose. Super chat was asking about K1. I don't know why K1 didn't play. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why K1 didn't play. Not really sure. But let's end it on a fun one. Like I said, it doesn't paint us again in the most positive light, but I think we've been able to. I've shown enough references to show the entire body of work, and that the entire body work was very positive for the offensive line, specifically with Brunskill, specifically with Tom Compton. Those two guys have been playing fantastic football this year, and I'm very happy. And they make me, both of them make me very proud, because I think they would be considered backups on a lot of other teams. Guys that are counted out pretty early and often, but they have both proven they belong, and it makes me really happy for those two, and how they're performing. I'm through the moon for both Brunskill and Compton. Really am. But we're gonna end it on a funny one for Compton. We got Brunskill. Now we're gonna get Compton. It's okay. If I was a coach, I'm pulling up this clip too, and we're having fun with it, because again, overall body of work was good. Overall body of work was good, so we can have fun with some of these ones. But let's watch Big Tommy Compton. We'll have some coaching tech. We'll have some coaching points from Tom, but Tom got dropped. My boy Tom. Tom's been balling. He had like 3 or 4 pancakes this game. He was reckless this game. This was the only bad play Tom Compton really had. Um, Again, we'll have some coaching points to it. But if I was, if this was one of my boys, like if I was a coach and this was one of my boys, we would have so much fun with this. I would just do this. We'd be in the meeting room. I'd be like, "What are you doing here? What are you doing?" I'd be like, remember all those times I told you not to false step? Remember all those times I told you not to false step? Why didn't you listen to coach, huh? Why didn't you listen to coach here? You just picked your foot up and put it back down. You think you're going to be okay? Not, no siree. Oh God, I love it. Again, coaching point: get your head across. Get your head across on the other side. Just by getting your head on the other side, which you're already going, it's going to put you in much better leverage. Don't false step. Don't pick up that foot. Put it right back down. You gotta gain some type of leverage with that first step, and to pick it up and put it back down and get planted like that. I think it's hilarious. They got it. They got the first down. They did it, but Tom got a little abused on this one, but is in all good fun. All good fun, because he got right back up and pancaked like 3 more people after that. But a lot of fun. It's a lot of good stuff. Um, as you can see, I think this was the next play. Was this the next play? That he gets a pancake again? Yeah. So again, this isn't to come after Tom Compton. This is how we do it. Not every play, especially on the O line, is going to be a positive one. It's not. It's just how it works. And I've shown enough good to, because people will cherry pick bad plays. Like someone could put this on the timeline and be like, "Oh, Tom Compton's a bum. He's no good." Like that happens all the time around here. But again, just to show body of work and do the man justice, this is a very next play. We already showed this play, but I just want to show in succession why it matters, body of work, all that stuff. Tom Compton demolishes 51 and Juice at the same time. So it's just one play. Just wanted to show it. Thought it was fun. Um, thought it was fun. So as you can see from the offense, overall body of work, it's really solid. Elijah Mitchell as a running back is really developing into an extremely strong runner. The vision is matching the physicality. The patience is matching the physicality, and he's fitting our run game even better than what he was already doing. Again, this is not even on. This is just random. But his ability to find this hole, this crease, like right here, is insane. Again, look at this angle. The vision, the decision to get low and go in between two players and squeak through, like Elijah Mitchell is proving to be a really solid back. Um, he's playing at an extremely high level. The offensive line did a fantastic job against a pretty good defensive front. Again, you have Aaron Donald on that front. You got Von Miller. You got Leonard Floyd. That's a pretty good defensive front. So the offensive line did a really good job. Again, skill positions, as you can see, Debo throws to Juwan Jennings. Skill positions did a really good job. Brandon Ayuk had a day. Um, Kyle Shanahan had a day. Again, this is him showing off some of the scheme versatility that he has. Again, off one of the things that we had talked about, putting Jeff Wilson in motion. So the overall offensive performance, and again, of course, Jimmy Garoppolo. You can't do this without Jimmy Garoppolo and the way he performed, some of the throws that he made. Again, we're going to look at some of those last drives to end the game that ended up winning the game. Those were huge difference makers. And Jimmy Garoppolo deserves all the credit in the world for being able to gut out that win. I think it was a great narrative shifting game by Jimmy Garoppolo, which, it still benefits both 49ers and Jimmy Garoppolo because Jimmy is talking about, he knows probably his last ride. That game alone could have bought the 49ers an extra 2 rounds in value when it comes to potentially trading Jimmy Garoppolo this offseason. Like Jimmy Garoppolo is really trending like around third, fourth round, it felt like. But with this game and in which how he played, again, not just, the throws that he made, but the grittiness, the toughness in which he showed, the competitor that Jimmy Garoppolo is. It was on full display. And a team will pay for that. A team will pay for that, whether it's the 49ers, whether it's not. A team wants that. It's a good reference to why, he's been able to hold off Trey Lance. We can all agree that Trey Lance is going to be a good quarterback. He's very talented. Very talented. But there's an element of being a hardened veteran competitor that Jimmy Garoppolo has that Trey, unfortunately, just does not have at this time. And I think that's one of the reasons why they keep coming back to Jimmy Garoppolo. Again, this throw right here, not a great throw, but he made a lot of other really, really good throws in this game. And his ability to bounce back and fight through adversity. Again, when your back's against the wall and you have to have game defining plays, Jimmy Garoppolo is showing he's okay at that. Like he did it against the Rams. We've seen him lead game winning drives in the past. So I think he gives the 49ers offense a ton of confidence. I think he gives them a ton of confidence moving forward. And obviously moving into this game now against the Cowboys, where I would imagine the 49ers are going to need this man, Elijah Mitchell, to run the football. They're going to need Trent Williams out there at left tackle, blocking. They're going to need George Kittle, Charlie Warner, Kyle Juszczyk, all the boys up front to be blocking. And if we can get more runs like this from Elijah Mitchell. Now, again, imagine Micah Parsons is out here, number 54. Okay, that's fine. We can show you the illusion of outside zone, but then we can also cut it back to the inside. That is what I want to see. I want to see how they scheme against Micah Parsons, whether he's at Mike, whether he's at Leo, wherever he's at. I want to see how the 49ers game plan and attack Micah Parsons and get him out of sorts. One of the things I'll be looking for sure. But again, if the 49ers can continue to run the football, we can also put some respect on Dak Prescott, the offense in which they'll run, and the weapons that they have. They are a good offense. They are. They have good weapons. So It's imperative for the San Francisco 49ers offense to control the clock, get first downs, and continue to string drives together is going to be the ultimate goal. Obviously, the stalling, when we see the offense stall and we see 3-and-outs, that's when we get into that zone of just playing really bad complementary football. So if the 49ers can continue to just own the football and 3 points, 7 points, they just score points at the end of these drives, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the Cowboys offense. And as we know, the 49ers got some dogs on the defensive side that know how to get after the quarterback. So if we can get them out of wanting to run the football and potentially using coverage, but being able to bring just your front four and or variations of bringing four, you can mix that up. You can still bring four, but you could bring a defensive lineman, a backer, and a safety, and another defensive end, and you can manipulate and affect the way Dak sees coverage. So overall, though, I'm really excited, especially with the news that Trent Williams intends to play. Jimmy Garoppolo looks and has proved to be serviceable enough. Elijah Mitchell is taking massive steps forward in his development. It's a good time to be a 49er fan. It's a good time to be a 49er fan. There's a lot of optimism going into this game against the Cowboys, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be just like any other playoff game. It is going to be down to the wire. Football lives are at stake. Coaches on both sides are going to be getting jobs somewhere else. Dan Quinn's probably going to be a head coach somewhere. So there's a lot on the line here. So I imagine we're going to get both teams' best shots. Now, it might not always be pretty, but I think we're going to get both sides' best shots, and it's going to be a fun game. I think we're going to be in for a very entertaining game, to say the least. Who do I think the 49ers are going to line up against Trent? I imagine they're going to line up a lot of people, but if I were probably trying to attack matchups, I'd probably put DeMarcus Lawrence on Trent, and I would be trying to take advantage of stunts on the right side. So I would be doing a lot of looping with Micah Parsons, trying to get Tom and Dan mixed up. That's what I'd be trying to do. I'd be trying to get those two mixed up. I'd be trying to I try to overload the right side. I would try to have like long looping stunts where maybe Micah Parsons is lined up in the 9 tech and loops all the way opposite side A gap. Like Micah Parsons is that good from a pure traits standpoint. So you can use him in a bunch of different ways. But if it was up to me, I'm overloading the right side. I will obtain I will see what the matchup looks like with DeMarcus Lawrence versus Trent Williams. But I'm trying to take advantage of that right side. And I'm trying to take advantage of Tom Compton, Brunskill, and not being able to communicate properly on potential switches and or overloading one side. I would make it look real ugly from a pre-snap diagnosis. I'd have them moving all over. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty excited about it. So it's going to be a fun one. This was a lot of fun to watch. This game, this tape. Obviously, the first quarter was not great. I went. They had like 6 minutes worth of plays that weren't really anything in that first half. So they clearly got it together in the second half. And so we're going to see. Are they going to be a first half team? They're going to come out firing? Are they going to start out slow? Have to get to. How about this? Can they start the drive? Can we see the 49ers come out in a 2-minute offense at the start? Just run a 2-minute no huddle offense right out the gate, completely catch them off guard. and try to get the ball moved down the field, what would they do? They would that take them out of, you know, really mix them up early if you just show just right out the gate. We're going spread 2-minute drill, moving all the way down the field. Oh my goodness. I think they're not going to do that, but it'd be fun to see. So I'm excited for this matchup. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll try to squeeze in a potential defensive film room. We'll figure it out. Got my son's birthday tomorrow. So no lives tomorrow. Not gonna. I promised. I promised the boy. No lives tomorrow. We're gonna be focusing on my son and his 9th birthday. So you guys won't be seeing me tomorrow on live. So just a heads up. But we will be back on Friday for more lives. Hell, feels like a Saturday live as well. Um, Lots of content's going to continue to be pumped out at you guys, whether you're whichever channel you're following on, whether Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, any of it. We'll have all the content. Just no lives tomorrow. Um, I appreciate that, TriStar. Thank you guys. Thank you. So we'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys as always vibing with me. Uh, we had a nice little chill group today. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you as always for watching the content, vibing with me. It is very appreciated. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Again, we'll still have a lot of content coming out. Appreciate you all. Let's go Niners. It's Cowboys week. We got some Cowboys to hunt.